Thank you to SnakeStone97 for their generous donation on Patreon. If you'd like to join them in their generosity, the link to my Patreon page is in the description. Bienvenido, everyone! My name is Deckerlink, the Trained Unprofessional, and welcome back to Extracurricular Activities. I thought we were done with Dozer's route, but apparently either I miscounted or I misread Dilly's message telling me how many days were left, or maybe he was just fucking wrong. Let me check. Yeah, it says Dozer's up for day 27 as of a month ago, so maybe this is a new one. I do not know. Either way, this is probably the last update for Dozer for a bit. Who the fuck knows? Let's just get into it, huh? Grant. Hey. You woke to find yourself face to face with Dozer, and his hand was caressing your face. Good morning. Morning, Dozer. What time is it? Almost 8. It's so early. Well, since we have to check out at 10, you should go have breakfast before then. Might as well have a free meal before we go, right? That's a good idea. We have to make sure we're all packed up, too. Don't want to leave anything behind. True. Put his face against yours and tangled your bodies together under the blanket, holding you close to his huge furnace of a body. You're so warm. This is outweighing the need for breakfast. Sorry, but it won't outweigh my need for food. You've not heard the rumblings from my stove match just yet. Jesus. Yeah, what the fuck? Wow. Why is this a choice? What? I mean, what? I mean, let's see what happens. Just eat me then. What the fuck? This is so. I don't know why. I don't know why, but this is such a weird fucking. You'll be satisfied, and I'll still get to be warm against you. You mean inside me? Whatever. Well, if you insist. Oh my god, what the hell? What the fuck? This is weird. He opened his maw wide, showing off 2 rows of large teeth, his long, wet tongue in the void leading down to into his throat. With his... what? With his mouth open as wide as he could get it, he chomped it down gently against your head, making gnawing sounds as he did. Suppose I'm off the menu if you can't unhinge your jaw. Guess that means we have to go eat for real then. I suppose. His hands took your cheek and guided your lips to his in a soft kiss. Come on, let's get ready. Okay, that was just kind of sweet. It was a little weird, but it was sweet. It was fucking weird, but sweet, but fucking weird. And then another quick kiss to your forehead, he rolled off the bed and stood with his back to you, leaving you just enough time to admire his broad, muscled self for a moment, while you rolled away to join him. Alright. You have everything? Yep, triple checked the room before we left. I suppose I could check us out then, so I'll be back in a minute. Man, what a trip this has been. Maria's gonna be really excited to hear all about it. As a matter of fact, I should turn on my phone again. It's been off since yesterday morning. Uh-oh. Oh god. You turned your phone back on and you were flooded with messages and alerts from a handful of people. The heck's with all these messages? Maria, Richard, Spencer, and Harvey. They all knew I was on vacation, so why do I have like 50 texts and missed calls? Alright, we're good to go. Why are you staring like that at your phone? I have a whole bunch of calls and texts from people, and I'm about to find out why. No, you can check them when we're on the bus. Next one will be in about 10 minutes, so we need to get out there and wait for it. Yeah, I'll do that. And put on your jacket too, don't want you catching a cold. Of course. And where's your jacket? I'm fine, it feels great out here for me. What do you think all those messages are about? No clue. They're mostly from Maria, Richard, and Spencer. You think it might have something to do with the avalanche yesterday? Oh, you're right. I bet they were checking to make sure I'm alright. I bet I've made them all worried by not replying. I'll text them all as soon as we're in our seats. I'll probably get an earful from them. No doubt. I guess I'll have to turn my phone on. I'm sure you have something from Harvey, too. Two? Did you have a text from him? Yeah. I saw I had a new message from him. Better not be anything giving you a hard time or we're done. There's no telling what it is. Don't start thinking about that just yet. Let's enjoy the scenery for what time we still have left. I've had such an amazing vacation up here. You're right. I wanted to take a few more pictures before we left. I'd like to get another one with you too. Yeah, we should get at least one more together. I'd like one from a phone. And give your phone to me and I'll get one. Get one of us then. Why'd you give him their phone? He's gonna snoop. I'm kidding. You set up your phone and handed it to him and he pulled you close and moved you around while trying to get a good angle. Yeah, I can't get a good angle here because I want the mountains behind us. But you're the only mountain you're able to fit in the frame. Able to fit in the frame. But you're the only mountain you're able to fit in the frame. Okay, that makes sense. A curse to be in this big. You fellas need some help with a picture? One of the attendants at the bus stop noticed your plight and approached you. I'd be more than happy to take a picture for you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That'd be great. Phone was handed over, and Dozer took you in his arms and stood with the mountains rising up behind you. Shows a big smile. Heard a click of your phone a few times. It was given back to you. Thank you so much. You're welcome. I hope you enjoyed your stay at the lodge and that we'll see you again in the future. I think we'll be back for sure, don't you, Grant? Absolutely. Great to hear. Take these vouchers for next time then. They're good until the end of the year, so be sure to come back by then. They'll get you a discount on your room and certain amenities as well. Amenities? Cool, thank you. The attendant left you and you looked at the pictures they took. Aww, this is such a nice picture. Dozer grabbed your shoulders and leaned down to take a look. That is a very nice picture, look at that. Oh, it's so sweet. You're so huge compared to me. You're not a small guy either. No, you're just huge. You know it. Be sure to send that picture to me. Will do. Kissed your cheek, grabbed his camera, and started to snap as many pictures as he could before the bus pulled up. The bus arrived, and after your bags were loaded on, you were nestled into your seats of the ride down the mountain. Let's see what all these messages are about. Right away, you could tell yesterday's avalanche was the cause for alarm from your friends. Ooh, yeah. Everyone worried? Yeah, I gotta text them all to let them know I'm alright. How about you? What'd Harvey have to say? Nothing. Really? Or are you just saying that? No, he really didn't say anything. I have no messages from him. What did his message to you say? I haven't read it yet. Let me finish texting the others and we'll see what it says. Okay. All your messages consisted of the same context. You were fine, you'd call them soon. Yeesh, this message from Harvey's a long one. What does it say? I'm sorry I caused you and Dozer so much trouble. I didn't mean to. He's probably told you all about how I was a terrible boyfriend and how poorly I treated him at times. He's not wrong. I was pretty terrible at times, and I still can be. I think I was always aware of that fact. He was too good for me, and I always did what I could to keep him around. In the end, I just pushed him away. I ruined my chances with him, and I think I've finally realized there's no chance for me to get him back. He's happy with you, and you clearly treat him with more respect than I ever did. He's better off if I just stay out of his life. He doesn't need me anymore. I'm not looking for pity or sympathy or anything like that, but I think it might end up being better for both of us if I just leave him alone. Please take good care of him. Give him all the love and respect that I wish I could have given him. Thanks, Harvey. That's all of it. Can I see your phone? You gave him your phone, and he sat back to read the message again. After a few minutes, he handed it back and pulled his phone out. Stupid dog. His eyes were shimmering as he tried to blink away his tears, and he turned his head away from you. He was trying to type a message, and you could see he was growing increasingly frustrated as his hands trembled with a phone that didn't match his size. I don't even know what to say to him, Grant. Well, tell me how you feel. Maybe that'll help. I'm angry. I'm upset. Is it wrong that I'm upset that he wants nothing to do with me now? Shouldn't I be glad because of how he's been acting? What if it's just part of some plan to make me feel guilty to try to convince him we should still be friends? It's not like I told I didn't want to be his friend anymore already. It's just him. I just told him I'd stop talking to him if he didn't stop acting like a jerk. All he has to do is be happy for me. Is that too much to ask for? You saw him pressing his fingers hard into the screen of his phone, so you grabbed his hand, relaxed right away, and Dozer sighed. Understand. Don't be confused. I understand that feeling. I don't think it's wrong for you to feel that way, Dozer. I know that Harvey still means something to you, so I can't say I blame you for feeling like that. I can't speak on his motives either, but I also feel like maybe we should give him the benefit of the doubt and not assume he's trying to guilt you. You think so? Yeah. I'm here for you no matter what, so just take a deep breath, calm down a little, and then send him a message. Don't send something you typed out of anger. Yeah, you're right. Thanks, meat sack. You cracked a smile, and you nudged your shoulder against him as you rolled your eyes. I think I'll wait to text him until after we get home. Stopping at the temple might grant me some much-needed clarity. Let's hope so. While we wait to get down to Brindle, you want to look at the pictures I took? He didn't pack the camera into the bags before loading them onto the bus. Good, because your camera would not survive that. So he still had it around his neck. Yeah, let's see what you got in there. Leaned together, and he held the camera between you so you could scroll through the pictures. The drive wasn't much longer, but the time you spent looking over the pictures was pleasant. Once you're back in Brindle, it was time to head towards the temple so Dozer could see his father. Oh God, what happened? Oh, it's the Brindle picture. We still don't have the Brindle picture. Ready to see him again? Yeah, think so. That anger I used to feel when I think about him has subsided so much since we first talked. I only hope I can find the same kind of peace with Harvey that I'm finding with my dad. I'm sure you will, Dozer. Maybe your dad can give you some advice, even. I never thought I'd be looking to him for advice for anything, let alone advice for an ex-boyfriend. Alright, let's go then. The temple is nearby, so we can just walk. Let me ditch this jacket first, I'm already melting. You stuffed your jacket into a suitcase and you walked beside Dozer to the temple. Hey, temple. Ooh, temple music. The temple was peaceful, and there were visitors and monks scattered around outside. Dozer took a moment to survey the area, and then he pointed towards a garden at the side of the building. There's YU. Looks like there might be an underlying reason to that green thumb of yours. But in a sense, I guess. He's part of the reason why I like gardening, just not in a positive light. As you approached YU, he looked up from the plants he was tending to and rose to meet you. With his hands pressed together over his heart, he made a polite bow, which you and Dozer returned. Holy shit, we're at 7,720 subscribers? Damn, thanks guys. I just saw the thumbnail. Dozer with the big anime eyes. I want to see that again. Episode 98 with his fucking eyes. I've only ever heard this word pronounced as namaste. I don't know if that's right. So I'm just gonna... Yeah, you said it. Okay, we're moving on. Yeah, I don't mean any disrespect. I am just woefully unaware.
It's a pleasure to see you again, Dozer. Grant. What brings you out to the temple on such a lovely day? I see you have luggage with you, but surely it is not to enroll as a monk here.
We stayed at the Brindle Lodge for the weekend, and we were on our way home. I thought it would be nice to stop by here and, say hi.
Ah, I see. I'm happy to hear that.
Aw, look at him smiling.
Come, follow me. Let us put your bag somewhere safe, then we can talk more.
He led you to a small building attached to the temple and produced a key to unlock it.
Nobody will bother your stuff in here, so it'll be fine to leave in here for a bit.
Thank you. It'll be easier to not have to lug it all over the place with us.
Of course. How have you both been lately? Was it a pleasant stay at the lodge? I heard there was an avalanche up there yesterday, so I'm glad to see you both unharmed.
Aside from that, the trip was great. It was nice and relaxing. You wandered the outer grounds of the temple together, recounting the days of the trip and why you listened intently.
I'll have to travel up there one day and see it for myself, it sounds like. The view from down here is nice, and I can only image what it looks like from up there.
When you get the chance, do it. Even if it's just taking the tram up there and coming back after an hour.
Certainly, I will try to do that. In the meantime, would you two like to join me for meditation? I usually meditate around this time.
I could really go for that right now.
Is something troubling you?
You could say that.
Then perhaps you'll find comfort through meditation. And if not, then maybe I could offer you advice on whatever troubles you.
We'll see how I feel afterwards.
Follow me and we'll get started. Please silence your phones before we enter the temple, as we do not want to disturb anyone else. You're both aware of meditation practices, correct?
You remember what to do, Grant?
Be quiet, close my eyes, and focus on my breathing? At its most basic, yes. If your mind wanders from your breathing, realize this, and just return to focus on your breathing. Try not to linger on your thoughts. Let them flow like you're watching snowdrift along the wind past you. Don't be hard on yourself if you find this difficult. It takes time to master. These are some of the most basic ideas for meditation, so keep this in mind. I also don't expect you to stay in there as long as I do, so if you feel you've had enough, feel free to wait outside for me. Now, come along.
We were led through the temple into the meditation room where a handful of other people were already lost in quiet meditation. You both made yourself as comfortable as you could on the cushion and closed your eyes to focus as best as you could on your breathing. Time passed by, and your thoughts wandered from your breathing to whatever happened to cross your mind and back to your breathing again. It was back and forth, but you felt like you were unable to go on any longer. As quietly as you could, you exited the room and returned to wait outside the temple. Oh, I was in there a bit longer than I realized. Nearly 20 minutes passed. Guess I can call Maria and Spencer while I wait for the other two. You decided to call Maria first. The call was short and to the point. She expressed a relief at knowing you and Dozer were fine, and you made sure to leave out the extra detail of having been caught in the avalanche. After apologizing a handful of extra times, you were done with her call and moved on to Spencer. Hey, Spence.
It's good to hear from you, Grant. I was really worried about you.
I'm sorry. I turned off my phone and never even considered that the avalanche might show up on the news. Things are a little chaotic after it happened.
I bet. You really gave me a scare, you know that? Someone died in the avalanche, and when you didn't reply to me, I just thought the worst.
Wait, someone died in that?
You didn't know?
No. Your stomach suddenly knotted up and you felt sick.
Grant, are you okay?
Spencer,
Dozer and I, we were caught in the avalanche when it happened.
What?
We were hiking and taking pictures. Dozer saw it coming, so he grabbed me and threw me out of the way. He was swept away in the snow along with some other people. He's not hurt, is he? A little sore, I think, but otherwise he didn't get hurt. But once the snow settled, I went to look for him, and I found one guy who was really injured. He said that he found a few other people too, so I alerted the staff with our GPS locators. When I found Dozer, he had another person with him, but I wasn't able to find anyone else. What if I had been able to find more people before the rescue team got there? No, dude, there's nothing you could have done there. It was dangerous enough for you to go looking for even Dozer. But the fact that you found him and someone else is a miracle. Hey, Spence, I'll talk to you again later. Grant, I'm in Brindle with Dozer still anyway. We'll be heading back to his place in a bit. Okay. If you need me for anything at all, let me know. Will do. I'm glad you're okay. Mm-hmm. See you later. See ya. Click. I knew it. I knew Dozer was hiding something. You know, how he kept looking troubled and how he looked at the ambulance and everything. It only stands to... I can only imagine, should I have called it exactly, that maybe Dozer accidentally crushed someone. He found a bench within view of the front of the temple and sat down. After the news from Spencer, you were left feeling with this terrible nagging in the back of your mind. Could I have done anything else? I did all I could, right? I was already risking getting hurt by looking for Dozer, but what if I had looked a little more? The rescue team got there pretty quickly, too. Your thoughts ate away at you, and you didn't even notice Dozer and YU standing outside the temple until they approached you.
There you are. We were looking for you.
Oh, sorry.
Babe, what's the matter?
Dozer. Someone died in that avalanche yesterday.
How do you know?
Spencer just told me. And it was the one reason he was so worried. And it was one reason he was so worried about me not answering my phone.
When we were going back to the lodge yesterday, I saw them loading a gurney onto the emergency vehicle with a white sheet over it. I did what I could to make sure you didn't see it, but...
You already knew?
Yeah. I didn't want you to know, though. There wasn't anything you could have done about it, Grant.
What if I could have found them, too?
Dozer knelt in front of you and grabbed your hands. Look at me, Grant. You did all you could. You found one person, and then you found me and someone else. What you did there was brave, and it would have been dangerous for you to do more than you did.
What do you mean he found you, Dozer?
We were caught in the avalanche when it happened. I didn't tell you because you can see that we're both fine. I was carried away in the snow, and Grant came looking for me afterwards.
I see. I'll be sure to say a prayer and thanks for your safety, and one for the one who has departed. While you sat beside you and looked up at the sky as he spoke, death is a natural part of life, and will happen to all living things one day. It is not something we should fear, as death is more certain than living ever is.
That sounds a little depressing.
Perhaps, but if you learn to accept that, you will discover some peace in it. One thing I've learned in my time being a monk: we must be diligent today. To wait until tomorrow is too late. Death comes unexpectedly. How can we bargain with it? I no longer fear dying, and I do what I can each day to live my life to the fullest that I can. So when my time does come, I can at least pass on, knowing I did all I could. I won't wonder, what more could I have done? You know, it does kind of help hearing all that. I don't think there was anything else I could have done. And I can be happy with what I was able to do.
Don't idle away wondering what you could have done. We call it the past for a reason.
Thanks, Wyu.
You're welcome. I'm glad I could offer you some comfort.
Hearing that helps me too, actually. You're giving me something to think about.
Even better then. I'm afraid I must get back to my duties now.
It's okay. I'm getting hungry, so it's time to head home for lunch anyway.
Thank you again for what you said, Wyu. It really does help.
You're quite welcome. You're both always welcome to come talk to me or come to the temple to meditate.
I'll be back again soon. There's something about the temple that I just don't think I can match at home.
Wonderful. I'm always happy to see you, my son.
It's been nice to see you again, too.
Wyu beamed with that comment. Let us retrieve your bags and send you on your way.
We followed Wyu back to where your bags were stashed, retrieved them, and left for the bus that would take you home.
Hey, we're back.
There's something relaxing about returning home, even after such a nice vacation. I think I'll make us some lunch and we can relax for a little bit. Then head to the gym. Yep, if you're still willing to go with me anyway.
You can count on me. We gotta make sure you're ready for the competition.
The competition? Alright, cool.
While you're making lunch, I'll unpack our bags and toss our clothes into the washing machine.
I'd appreciate that.
You dragged your suitcases to the laundry room and started to load it all into the washing machine. One piece of clothing caught your attention, and you grinned as you pulled out the jockstrap he wore for you the other night. Hey, Dozer.
Yeah?
Should I wash this fancy jock of yours too?
Oh, that's gross. Oh, that's nasty. Oh, that's filthy. Oh, that's wrong. Give it a smell and find out.
I mean, does it need any special care?
Wash everything in cold water and we'll let that air dry.
Okay. Oh god, no, don't do it. Still not gonna pass this up. You pulled at it.
Nope. No.
I have like the opposite of a kink for smells. You spun around to see Dozer's head disappear back toward the kitchen.
Ass.
You finished loading the washing machine, then proceeded to unpack everything else and put it where it belonged.
There we go, that's all set.
That's on the menu.
I had a bunch of veggies that needed to be cooked, so I'm making a chicken and veggie stir fry with rice.
Looks and smells great.
And it won't take too long to finish.
Well, while it cooks, let's talk.
About?
First of all, this coming week. You still want me to stay here, right? Unless, of course, us being together so long as at the lodge made you reconsider.
If anyone's gonna reconsider, it'd be you. I'm more concerned about if I got on your nerves or not. I still can't help but feel that I was way too much of a sexual deviant on the trip.
You were pretty devious, but it wasn't anything that would make me reconsider living here. If anything, it just makes the idea more enticing. I really enjoy that side of you. There's something about this big, quiet lug turning out to have a really kinky side to him that gets me going.
Is that right? Maybe I'll just slip into that jock and wear nothing but that around the house all week then. I wouldn't be opposed to that.
But really, Dozer, I loved spending time with you. I'm spending so much time with you this weekend. I know things will be a little different with work and school and practice, but I want to give this week with you a shot.
I'm happy to hear it, because I want you to be here too. I've gotten used to having you around, and I wanted to stay that way.
I guess that settles it. You get me for another week.
And you get me for another week too. Suppose we need to swing by the shelter and get you some extra clothes then.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. We can take Maria and Richard souvenirs to them too.
Good idea. We'll go to the shelter first, hit the gym after, and then spend the evening here. All after lunch and a little relaxing.
Sounds like we have a lot to do.
We sure do. You can sit down while I get this food finished too. It's not going to take that much longer. Dozer's attention remained on the cooking lunch, and once it was ready, he served up a couple of hot plates for you to both enjoy. Once lunch was eaten, you handled the dishes while he tended to his plants. A whole separate room, or at least a corner for him.
Are they okay with you having been gone?
Mm-hmm, they are.
You watched as he continued to tenderly examine the plants, lifting a leaf or pressing his fingers into the soil. When he spoke again, it was to his plants.
These are looking even more lovely with each passing day. He'll bloom this year for sure. And you need a little trimming. So I'll take care of that as soon as I finish making sure everyone else is fine.
He didn't look at you, but he directed the next conversation towards you. Supposedly, talking to your plants helps them grow, so I always talk to them while I'm in here. I don't know if it really works, but all of them look rather healthy, don't they?
They all do. Shows just how much you care for them.
I'll do what I can.
Maybe you can teach me more about them.
Yeah?
Could be something fun for us to do together.
Okay, I like how that sounds.
Spend a few more minutes with the plants, and he turned back to you.
We'll relax for about half an hour and then get going.
Sounds good after that lunch you made. I might even fall asleep.
And then we'll go lie on the bed together until it's time to go. I think a little nap would be fine. I'll set an alarm and we can rest.
He scooped you up in his arms and carried you to the bedroom.
Jesus, that fucking ball webcam. He dumped you onto the bed and sat down against the headboard. Then he pulled you onto his belly. With you lying against him, he massaged your shoulders and upper back.
How's that feel?
Amazing.
Good. Just relax.
What about you? You ran your hands up and down his sides idly, and you were feeling so relaxed you were hardly able to put any effort into it.
I'm relaxed, so don't worry about me.
All right. You struggled to stay awake for as long as you could, but Dozer's strong hands working against you forced you to sleep. I think this will be good for its own episode. Usually I like to keep all the stuff in a day, together, but this seems like there's going to be a lot happening in the day, so I'm going to go ahead and split it here. So, thank y'all for watching this episode of Extracurricular Activities. I'm going to go ahead and save here just to be sure. If you want to play this game yourself, the link to it is in the description down below. It is free, but in development, so be kind and patient with it. Also in the description down below are links to all my social media pages if you'd like to follow me and see what else is going on with me. Also in the description are ways to further support me, I guess, with my Patreon and Ko-fi, Amazon wishlist, PayPal, or even my merch store on Zazzle. Feel free to check out any of those if you are interested. While you're down there, there's also buttons to indicate whether you liked or disliked this video, so feel free to use those at your discretion. Yeah, also, if you want to watch this series or any other series like this, feel free to subscribe and ring the bell. In the cards up above, I've included some series that you may enjoy if you enjoy this series. With that all being said, I think that's good. I think we're done here. So thank y'all very much for watching, and until next time, I've been the trained unprofessional, and you are not. Bye, everyone!